like virtual women? Well, too bad, because today we're talking about virtual men. Get out of my head! 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 Get out! Virtual YouTubers, or VTubers, are probably the most frequent topic I bring up on this channel. I've probably made more videos on VTubers more than anything else, so I don't think I need to spend too much time explaining the genre of entertainment or the people behind it, so you all should be pretty familiar with the players involved in this community at this point, I think. So without wasting too much time, let's just jump right into it. Yugo Asuma is part of Nijisanji EN. I brought up that company quite a few times on a lot of my other VTuber videos, and that's because they're a pretty prominent presence within the VTuber community. Like, we all know Hololive are like the top dogs of the industry, but their biggest competitor is Nijisanji by far. Like, I know companies like VShojo and Phase Connect and stuff like that are getting more traction lately, but if you ask someone about VTubers, then they're probably gonna bring up someone from Hololive or Nijisanji. If they know nothing about VTubers, then they've definitely at least heard of either of the two. So anyway, Yugo Asuma, part of Nijisanji's English branch, I think he's part of the 5th generation if I'm not mistaken, it's called Noctix. He debuted alongside people like Alban Nox, Uki Violetta, Fulgur, and a lot of these guys blew up, like, really fast, by the way. They're not small by any stretch of the words. Like, they quickly made their presence pretty well known within the community. They've built a really strong and loyal fan base, and they're really well known within the VTuber sphere at this point in time. That being said, a few days ago, the aforementioned Yugo was terminated from the company, and they issued out a statement following that decision, which we are now going to read out. Thank you for your continued support of Nijisanji and Nijisanji EN. We hereby announce that Nijisanji EN's Yugo Asuma has graduated as of December 14th, 2022. Up until now, numerous discussions have been held with Yugo Asuma on what it means to be a liver affiliated with a company. Despite our discussions, many aspects of his activities and behaviors as a liver could not be accepted as a company, and after much deliberation between both parties, as a company who supports many livers from Nijisanji and Nijisanji EN, we have decided to have Yugo Asuma graduate. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the fans who have supported Yugo Asuma, and we deeply apologize for such an announcement. Yugo Asuma will cease all liver activities, and his YouTube channel, Twitter, and other social media accounts will be made private, and the sale of merchandise and voice content will also be suspended. So yeah, they're calling it a graduation in the official statement, but from the way they're handling the situation, it's definitely more of a termination. There's no goodbye live stream, there's no statement from Yugo himself. He's just gone. He's kicked out. He's not allowed to do anything anymore for the company. Now, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. Like, this is very much reminiscent of what happened to Rushia. Like, something happened behind the scenes and then she got kicked out and wasn't allowed to do anything. Wasn't allowed to say goodbye in any capacity. Just yeeted away from the organization. So this isn't anything new, but the reason I wanted to talk about it is because of the reasoning behind his termination. The issue of his behavior behind the scenes, because believe it or not, this is actually the second case recently that has happened of a corporate VTuber acting out behind the scenes. So for those of you who don't know, a few weeks ago, Vesper Noir from Hololive English's male branch was suspended as well, literally out of nowhere. And there was a lot of like speculations and discussions about why he was suspended, but he came back recently and he pretty much confirmed that the reason he was suspended was because he lost his temper behind the scenes. I assume he was talking with a person in management, they had a disagreement, and then he just started causing a fuss, I guess. That's just speculation on my part, but he himself said he lost his temper. He confirmed that.
And like stay within the boundaries that I'm supposed to. And I'm just gonna tell you, like, straight up, like, I got suspended because I lost my temper.
And that honestly is a bit interesting to me because we are talking about Hololive, a company where the talents are always talking shit towards their CEO. Granted, it's usually done in a playful manner, but, you know, the fact that they're allowed to get away with, like, making fun of him and stuff like that it kind of shows how lenient the management there can be. Like, most corporations wouldn't let you get away with that shit. So the fact that Vesper was suspended for his behavior behind the scenes is a bit interesting to me. And the fact that now Yugo from Nijisanji has been fired for his behavior, you know, towards management, it does make me scratch my head a bit. Like, what are the standards set here? Is this basically a difference of company culture? Or does every company have like this set of rules where you just don't cross certain boundaries? Is it a popularity contest? Is that why the girls get away with making fun of the CEO because they're way more popular than the Holo EN guys? But if it's going by popularity, then it doesn't really make sense for Yugo to be fired because he's way bigger than Vesper, that's for sure. And plus he has a more established audience. But then again, this could be just a case of pure difference in company culture. Part of me wants to make a joke and say it's the ignorant gaijins accidentally mocking Japanese culture, but I think that's a bit out of pocket. Either way, I guess this can serve as a reminder for anyone who's trying to get into corporate VTubing. While it's true that these companies can boost your reputation and basically hand you a career on a silver platter, it does come with its own set of restrictions and downsides. For one, you are forever in the mercy of the higher-ups. You are not allowed to make much decisions on your content. You don't have much creative freedom, and to top it all off, they can just as easily get rid of you as they brought you in. It doesn't really matter how much money you make them. It doesn't really matter how strong you are in terms of branding for the company. If you fuck up in a certain way, they will get rid of you without hesitation. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had to say. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.